Hi, Cities. How are you doing? Welcome to Niasim. Hope you are doing great. So I am seeing videos coming out from Kash Patel territory. What happened? I mean, Americans decided to come for Kash Patel, trying to tell him to go back to his country. Why are they telling him to go back to his country? Because he is celebrating Diwali, and he wrote message wishing everybody happy Diwali and all that. Excuse me. And MAGAs decided to invade him to tell him, how dare you come to our country and celebrate that is not being done here, that he should go back to where he came from, the FBI director. Now, let me tell some people something. I don't care if you are a black conservative, Indian, anywhere you are from. No matter how much you try to, you see, proximity to whiteness will never equal you or make you white, because at any point or any time they would want to remind you that you are a visitor in their country. They don't care if you are also a citizen, but as long as you are not white, you are not welcome. And then the fact that also they tell you that America is a melting pot. I remember them saying that, okay, was Vivek Ramaswamy? They said that there is nothing like racism, but now it looks like they are the ones experiencing it. I love to see things like this. I really do love to see it. And I am going to ask you people how far, because you guys said it is MAGA. How great is it now that yet you are being reminded on the internet that you have to go back to where you came from? Let's get into this video.
Cash Money Patel. Could have told you this would have happened. I could have told you posting about Diwali, an Indian Hindu holiday, when you are in bed with white Christian nationalists. What did you think the response was going to be? Oh, did you think they'd bring up the Valhalla reference that you made, not realizing, I guess, that it was a white nationalist dog whistle? Did you consider that they would use this as an opportunity to tell you to either assimilate to Christianity, the true religion of this nation, or go back home to India? Ignoring the fact, of course, that one of the founding principles of this country was freedom of religion. Probably not, because in your little bootlicking, grifting mind, you see yourself as one of them, even though they will never see you as one of them. Kash Patel, Vivek Ramaswamy, you guys are going to learn the hard way. And you know what? I don't care.
Well, this is rich. So, y'all, Kash Patel, the FBI director, who happens to be Hindu, posted about the Hindu Festival of Lights holiday that just passed, right? So on Monday and Tuesday, some people in the nation were celebrating Diwali. Again, Diwali is the celebration of good over evil and light triumphing over darkness in the Hindu religion. And baby, let me tell you something. MAGA let his Hindu behind have it. He posted on X a very simple happy Diwali and cheers to good triumphing over evil or something, or light triumphing over darkness or something like that, right? And baby MAGA was like, what the hell are you even talking about? One of the comments went so far as to say, this is a Christian nation. Check your foreigner stuff at the gate. And, you know, this would be a good time to cue the song from that girl that created that song here. I never thought the leopards would eat my face. Because nothing about the people that you appeal to, Cash, nothing about those people give tolerance. Nothing about MAGA gives, we respect your right to have whatever religion you choose. It definitely don't give cultural diversity. And it ain't never going to give love and acceptance of light over darkness when it comes to people's differences. Never, ever. You know, let me tell you something. Between Cash's Hindu behind and what's that other guy? Vivek Ramaswamy's Hindu behind. Y'all getting a very well-deserved rude awakening about the fact that no matter how much you align yourself with whiteness, and no matter the proximity you put yourself in to whiteness, you are not white. You are not a pale skin. You're not a Caucasian. Which for most of us, that's a perfectly fine thing. I don't know why y'all feel like y'all have to be that. It's okay to not be. I promise you.
You know what? I don't understand. I don't understand Indians from India in MAGA. I don't get that one at all. So just recently, there was a guy, he's the FBI director, Kash Patel. He posted on X, Happy Diwali, which is a celebration that's celebrated by Hindus all over the world, not just in India, but all over the world. There's people who aren't Indian that'll celebrate that. I'll even send a couple of notes out to people say Happy Diwali, right? Wrong. Guess what happens? He posted that on X, and the MAGA people roasting his ass, man. It's terrible. It's like they want him deported. They want him to go back to where he came from. This is a Christian nation. We only accept Christians and people who worship Jesus. Nobody else is accepted in this place. Did you not know that these were the people that you were embracing in love and affection? That these people are bigots and racists and they hate every fucking body? Eventually they'll end up just hating themselves. I mean, I don't think they're going to go anywhere except for self-destruction. I mean, they're just going to start eating themselves like Lord of the Flies or some shit. Because they're evil. What is it about these people that would make you think that they would be accepting and loving of you being an Indian man? And I think what happens is when people are brought into the United States, their first introduction to the United States in their foreign country is probably white people on vacation, or white people in churches, or white people on Peace Corps, or some white person that's their first encounter with the United States. And when these white people encourage them to come to the United States, these loving, caring people, and I'm not saying all white people, I'm saying the ones that they talk to, will pull them aside and say, hey, you'll have a great time in the United States, but just avoid those black people. They're dangerous and they will steal from you. So don't go anywhere around those Negroes. Okay, and you'll be just fine. We love you, but we hate those Negroes. Between you and me, buddy. And I think somehow they believe that bullshit, even though their country was just colonized by the same people less than 100 years ago. I don't get it. I think it's not just the Indians. The Muslims for Trump, the Latinos for Trump, everybody supporting MAGA somehow think them people like you. As a black person, we hang around white people who are perfectly sane and nice, but because of our employment and working, we have to hang around racists too. And we know racists. Don't get confused. Nobody ever said all white people are racist. Racists are racist. And we know exactly what they are. We know exactly how they talk. And guess what they do to you, Mr. Kash Patel? As soon as you leave the room, they start making fun of your accent. They make fun of your name. They might do it to your face. And you're like, oh, that's so funny. Every time they see an Indian name, they make fucking fun of it. If they see a foreign name, they make fun of it. They make fun of your religion. They make fun of your food. They make fun of your culture. Everything they fucking make fun of because it's different from them. And they're not making fun in a nice way. They are putting your ass down. And I don't know how you guys don't know that. I know when I leave a room and racists are grinning and smiling face, oh, that was very smart of you. You're impressed at how articulate you are. And then as soon as I leave the room, that nigger, he is fucking dumb as fuck. He probably is a monkey swimming from the trees. And when he goes home, he probably plays that boogie woogie. See, when we leave, we know they're saying that shit. And so we know how to smile. Because I got shit I know about them too. And like I said, I know, you guys must not know, I am an expert between telling the difference between a good person and a bad person. I don't need anybody, that's the dumbest thing on the world. Anytime you make a video, some white person comes, Not all white people are racist. Duh! You think we don't know? We've been here for fucking 100 years. We know the difference between a good person and a bad person like that. A bad person stinks like shit. We can sense that racist before they open their fucking mouth. So you don't need to tell us who's good and who's bad. We pick up on that shit immediately. But somehow if you're Indian, if you're Mexican, if you're Pakistan, if you're whoever the fuck you are, y'all don't get it. Y'all keep letting these motherfuckers run you. You can't tell the difference between a good person and a bad person yet. So you trust them all and think they're not going to rip you an asshole when you say Happy Diwali. Well, Happy Diwali to all y'all, and I hope you wise up. And if you don't know the difference between a good person and a racist, why don't you fucking ask? Ask me. I'll tell you. If that person's a good person, you will know it and feel it. If they're a racist and a bad person, they'll be ducking around. What kind of food do you like? Have you ever had a hamburger before? You're like, what the fuck? Everybody's had a goddamn hamburger. You think because I'm from some different country, we don't know what a goddamn hamburger is? Fuck off. So we know they're always coming in trying to teach you something, trying to tell you something about your own fucking country, and you live there, trying to build the bridges by putting your shit down and putting their shit up. Have you ever been to a Christian church? We would be happy to show you what it looks like. Like you ain't never looked up a motherfucking church. I know what everybody's mosque, synagogue, Catholic church, it's on the fucking internet. So all of a sudden they're so smart. They're going to try to educate you. Those are the racists. The ones that are nice and talk about the weather and be complimentary or whatever the fuck, those are good people. The bad people are trying to do some shit and take advantage of you, and it don't take much to get them fucking horns and the fucking devil tail to stick out. All you gotta do is provoke them a little bit. Don't give them their way. Don't agree with something that they got to say, and then they will turn on you. I don't know why y'all don't know this, but good the fuck luck. Next time you post some shit, call me.
You know what's wild? Kash Patel is out here helping the same Trump administration that's feeding the very racism now aimed at his ass. A far-right pastor told Patel to go home and worship sand demons. And honestly, that's the tragic irony of it all. He thought aligning himself with Trump's movement would earn him respect. Instead, they reminded his ass exactly what they think of him. See, this is what happens when people of color start believing that proximity to power equals acceptance, because it doesn't. You can work for them. You can defend them. You can even risk your motherfucking reputation for them. But the moment you stop serving their purpose, they'll show you exactly where you really stand. Kash Patel isn't being celebrated. He's being used because he's the token face to put on their racism to make it look diverse. And the minute he's no longer useful, they'll toss him out the same way they treat everyone else who isn't part of their goddamn club. It's sad, but it's also a reminder you cannot outperform, you cannot out-loyalty your way out of bigotry. Because no matter what title you hold, they'll always see your ass as...
Only in America can the head of the FBI wish folks a happy Diwali and MAGA still finds a way to be mad. I mean mad. So y'all know Kash Patel. He currently runs the FBI. So he got on X and he wanted to wish everybody a happy Diwali, right? This is a holiday celebrated by millions of Indians all around the world. You know, spreading a little joy, a little culture, right? And here comes MAGA typing with Cheeto dust on their fingers, honey. That ain't American. You ain't white. This is what always gets me. These people swear they are the moral police and know what real America looks like. Bruh, America was literally built by people that were not from America. But now you want to gatekeep holidays too? Oh. But it leaves me scratching my head about folks like Kash Patel. Like, how do you think they see you? Because they don't. To them, you'll never be white. And that is the only membership card that they honor. You can be head of the FBI, the CIA, the HOA, hell, even the PTA. And they still gonna remind you you're not one of them. So while Kash is out here wishing folks a happy Diwali, MAGA's out here wishing that he would shut up. That is the American way. Not freedom, not liberty, but reminding folks that you don't belong. What do y'all think? Should America be big enough for everybody's traditions? Or do these folks just want to keep pretending only their traditions actually matter.
I don't feel bad that MAGA is crashing out on Kash Patel because he wanted to celebrate Diwali. Because a long time ago, I made a video and I said the same thing to Vivek Ramaswamy that I'm going to say to Kash Patel right now. In fact, I might have made a video about Kash Patel as well, but it doesn't matter. This is the point that I'm going to make. These people don't give a damn if you align with them politically. They don't give a damn that you wrote a children's book praising their president and calling him the king in order for you to get proximity to power. These people do not care that you're a part of this administration or the Republican Party. They see your skin color, Kash Patel. They see your skin color, Vivek Ramaswamy, and they say to themselves, you don't belong here. We don't want you. Unless you are here serving our agenda, doing your job to give us what we want, we don't support you. And the second you do something that doesn't align with what we want, we're gonna remind you that you don't really matter to us. This is what it means to be a token. This is why there's no point in tap dancing for these people, because they will never return the energy that you are giving to them. You are learning the hard way right now because them people are crashing out. These same people lost their minds because Bad Bunny was chosen for the Super Bowl. These same people convinced an organization to put on their own halftime show because they feel like they don't want to watch somebody sing in Spanish. So you think they're going to honor your culture, your religion, where you come from, or the holidays that you celebrate if they are not purely white American holidays? My brother, either you were born yesterday or something else is going on. And this should be a signal to any other person of color that is aligning with the Republican Party. But those people won't see it either. A lot of times these people don't see it until that racism smacks them in the face. So just wait, because anybody who is not a Christian white citizen that is aligning with this Republican Party, you are going to get reminded eventually that you're not one of them. They don't like you. They only want your vote, and barely that.
You want a good laugh? FBI Director Kash Patel. Yeah, we're not using your cute little nickname here. Kash Patel has been getting dunked on by racist MAGA conservatives over his celebration or post about Diwali. He shared a post saying like Happy Diwali, and all of the comments are filled with MAGA trolls saying shit that is basically the equivalent of, yeah, you'll never be white. And it's hilarious. Like, cue Francesca. Cue Francesca.
Is anyone surprised by this? After months of saying these guys are not your friends, they won't treat you like one of their own, it's evident now after the whole Vivek scenario and stuff. And now after Kash Patel post a Diwali post expressing his faith, all these MAGA losers come out and start bashing him, saying we're a Christian country. Even those right-wing political grifters aren't on his side either. This is what happens at the end of the day. They don't see you as one of their own. They just see you as your little poster boy they can use to get those moderate voters, and when they're done with you, they're going to throw you away. And as much as Kash and Vivek will lick MAGA's boots, they will never see them as one of their own. And remember that, to all those Hindutva dudes who act like they're so MAGA and so conservative, and this is what they actually.
All right, guys, we got to talk about this, bro. We got to talk about this. Now, there was a time years ago where if somebody had said to me, oh, the right are just Nazis, I would have went, okay, that's a little much, isn't it? That's a little much. Like, there's plenty of room on the right wing of the spectrum between, like, centrist and Nazi, right? Like, there's hardcore libertarian types and populist right types and paleo-conservatives and neo-conservatives. Like, there's all sorts of different kinds of conservatism, right? The idea that it's just, oh, it all collapses into Nazism, like, that's sort of reductive, isn't it? That's what I would have said in the past. Now, oh my God. The harshest critics of the right all along were always the most correct. Because, like, when you look at their group chats, everything, oh, look, they're just Nazis. Oh, look, they're praising Hitler in this group chat. Huh. Oh, look, they're praising Hitler in this other group chat that just came out. It's like, when push comes to shove, especially among young conservatives, they're just like, they're in a competition. And the competition is vice signaling and the based ritual, as Richard Hanania calls it. And it's like, it's a race to the bottom. The more extreme you are, the more right-wing you are. They're trying to like out-edgy each other. And so you end up calling black people watermelon people. You end up saying you love Hitler. You end up saying we should get rid of MLK Day and shit like that. And that they are just Nazis. So here's the thing, though. You have a bunch of people in MAGA, and even in positions of power, that are not white. And I think they think, like, I'm one of the good ones, right? Like, think of, like, Vivek Ramaswamy, who snuggled up to the right. You know, he thinks, I'm one of the good ones. They'll accept me. Kash Patel, same thing. Well, let's see how that goes. So Kash posted the following. Happy Diwali, celebrating the festival of lights around the world as good triumphs over evil. So Diwali is, let's just say, it's a holiday that is not a Christian holiday. And that's all you need for the right to go, what the fuck did you just say? First, let me show you this. Mario number 4 says, the replies when Indian MAGA celebrates a cool holiday. Happy Diwali, brother. Go back to your country. The reason he's tweeting this meme is because that's exactly what happened in these replies. So here, how it started. Happy Diwali, celebrating the festival of lights around the world as good triumphs over evil. Here's how it's going. Christ is king, with like a dead Hindu god. This is America. We don't do this. Get the fuck out of my country. Sir, please don't promote the festivals of foreign gods in America. This pagan BS is un-American. Go back to India. Good triumphed over evil when Jesus Christ died on the cross. Get your pagan nonsense out of here. This is America. We don't do this. I've seen that one. Is that the festival where they all shit in the street? No, America is a Christian nation. Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess.
FBI Director Kash Patel took to Twitter to celebrate the Hindu Festival of Lights, only to be reminded that the MAGA party he aligned himself with is a white nationalist movement. I'm Major League, and this is news you need to know. MAGA fans raged at FBI Director Kash Patel, who posted this image to celebrate Diwali. Apparently, his loyalty to the president does not save him from the undercurrent of bigotry and hatred that runs through today's Republican Party. The comments were flooded with MAGA Klansmen telling Kash Patel to get out of my country and to check your foreigner stuff at the gate. One Twitter user replied telling Kash to go back home and worship your sand demons and get out of my country. Now, just a reminder, Kash Patel is a U.S. citizen born in the state of New York and an early Trump supporter. But that doesn't matter to the MAGA folk because his skin is brown and his religion is wrong. And this is just another reminder that the MAGA movement that claims American tradition is really just a front for a Christian white nationalist ideology. But I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments and click the link in my bio and follow Major League TV on Facebook.
I mentioned last week that just because you think you're in the MAGA club doesn't mean you're in the MAGA club. Vivek Ramaswamy found that out when he attended a Turning Point USA event at Montana State University. This week, it's Kash Patel's turn. You see, Kash Patel was trying to do something which doesn't seem to be all that big of a deal, right? He was celebrating Diwali. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's the Hindu Festival of Lights. It's celebrated by more than 1 billion people across the world, including people that are Sikhs and some Buddhists as well. It represents the spiritual fight of light over darkness and of knowledge over ignorance. You would think that's kind of a message that anybody could get behind, right? Not MAGA. Some of the people that were appalled at his post, and there were over 3,000 comments, and some of the comments read things like, and this is what Patel wrote, Happy Diwali, celebrating the Festival of Lights around the world as good triumphs over evil. Again, a message everybody should be able to get behind. But 3,000 comments, not somebody like John McGlone, whose bio describes him as an unapologetic Christian American. You know, the Christians that love everybody. I've always said sometimes there's nothing more hateful than Christian love. He said, "This is a Christian nation. Check your foreigner stuff at the gate." Can you believe that? A Christian nationalist known as Sons of Korah responded with a meme that read, "Not today, Satan." And an ex-user, Scott Hambrick, told Kash Patel to deport. And he wasn't the only one. One person said, "We need to deport all Hindus." Someone else said, "Go back." You see, as I said, just because you think you're in the club doesn't mean you're in the club. Another person, Gabriel Wrench, the host of Cross Public Podcasts, offered Patel a choice. Quote, "Here's the deal. Either go back to your home country or assimilate into Christian America. Thank you for your attention to this matter." FAFO, right? Patel's finding out too. You see, they want your voice, they want your platform, they want your vote, but they don't want you. And it's about time people figured that out. Just because you believe like they believe, you'll never be all in, because you don't pray like they pray. You don't look like they look. It's not enough for you just to want to be part of what they believe in. You got to be all in. And they're the gatekeepers. They're going to let you know whether you can get in or not. Now, you would say that this is just the extreme fringe of the MAGA crowd, right? There's some truth to that. But I think there are a lot more out there that believe like they believe than are willing to say it. So my advice to all you folks that think you're part of the club, if you happen to be black or brown, if you happen to be anything but a white Christian, you ain't in. You got to stop believing it. If they're willing to do this for the most prominent people in the administration, Ramaswamy's not in the administration, but he's definitely a conservative Republican that believes in MAGA principles, and they don't accept him. And Kash Patel is part of the administration, and they don't accept him. They'll take what you do, they'll take your platform, they'll take your voice, they'll take your vote, but they'll never have you.
Y'all, Kash Patel put up a Diwali post. He said, "Happy Diwali." And the MAGA acolytes took it upon themselves to kindly remind him, you is not one of us. You is not a part of the club. We simply are entertaining you and tolerating you until we don't need you anymore. They ripped this man to shreds online over this post, right? And I'm just like, this is Kash's fault because he drank this Kool-Aid believing in the whole model minority thing, or that, you know, there are better minorities. No, there's not. There's really not a better minority in the eye of the beholder. And Kash Patel has been reminded kindly of his place. But he should know. He should know. They don't really care about you. They just are enjoying the fact that you're supporting the cause looking like you do. It gives them like credibility. It makes them say, see, even they don't like each other. So, you know, he should know. But such is life, that he has now been so graciously reminded that when it comes time to rid ourselves.
This is all I got from this video. I don't know how I feel, but I love this for them. One thing I know for sure is that you are not worried. No matter, like the other brother said, proximity to whiteness does not even equal to whiteness. No matter how close you are to any, he is the FBI, wherever he is. He is close to Donald Trump and the rest of the people in that administration, in this present administration. But still, he was told that he should go back to his country, that he is not worried and he is also not welcome. That is how bad it could get. I don't care how much, or they don't care how much you tap for them. They don't care how much you tap dance for them. They don't care how much you've been there for them. You've been doing whatever you are doing to help them to be in their space. As long as you are not this, you are not it. I don't know what, I don't know, but I think it's kind of crazy seeing a Black conservative, Indian conservative, Asian conservative, Latino. I think it's crazy on a very serious note, because these people do not regard you. That is number one. They do not respect you. They do not feel that you are among. They feel like no matter the position you are in, they feel like they are probably using you for something. And when they are done, that is the end of it. I don't know if you understand what I am saying. So I am sure, excuse me, I'm sure you all saw what happened to us this month, Vivek Ramaswamy. So it's more like the same thing happening to Kash Patel. I love it for them. I love the fact that they are experiencing it, because sometimes they came out to tell us that they have never experienced racism, and that there is no racism in the United States. That whoever that has been complaining about racism has been lying about it. So yeah, now I guess it's still a lie, right? I guess they are still lying, right? I love to say things like this. I really do love to say it. I love to see them experience things that they deny that other people are not experiencing. White people will look you dead in the face as long as you are not them, and tell you that you are not welcome. And they tell me that America is a melting pot. How far has he melted? Or how far is he melting now? There ain't anything melting pot about United States. I am sure in his house you'll be like, man, what have I done to deserve this? You have really done everything wrong to deserve it. Enjoy it. And the worst part is that all of these keypad warriors, they don't get any penalty for all the rubbish they say on the internet. But you cannot say anything about CK, because CK is a murderer. He's a saint. Who are you to talk ill about him? Speak, and you shall be struck in their own way. So as they are celebrating Diwali, let there be lights over darkness and all that. Some people are trying to tell you that you will never have light over darkness, because they have come fully to let you know that they are the real darkness, because there ain't anything light about them and their behavior. They know it, but how will they say the truth? They will continue to lie that they are not experiencing anything. Good luck to Kash Patel and the rest of them. Bye for now.